Hey everybody, it is Chad Warren, and I have a website. Let's find it. Oh, there it is. Yes, Pornhub was visible on my most visited places. Uh, my website is called theadventurerchannel.com/blog. Here is a recent extrapolation analysis of my new favorite show, the Prescription Only Picture Show. Okay, so today I am focusing on a YouTube video entitled The Witch Cult is Among Us mini documentary by Dyer. I think it's a good short look at cults from the year 2019, where we are today. I like how he juxtaposes about 10 years ago when the atheist movement had a lot of popular talking heads like well, there's Christopher Hitchens, is that his name? And he's probably the best, most enjoyable for me to watch. And then you have people that I don't like that are just more gatekeepers, like oh, what's the black scientist guy blanking out? Tyson, isn't that his name? I forget his full name, but that I want to focus on what Jay was talking about there, because that's I'm using that same point in a different way. So he's showing how Neil deGrasse Tyson and those types of that atheist movement, as we experience now within YouTube, essentially kind of representing alternative media and how it goes through cycles. At one point, we're talking about flat Earth, and now we're talking about Tartaria and this history reset, or other choices. You got QAnon if you're more into Trump than I am, or something. But he was showing how that atheist time period has set up the time period today where witchcraft is very popular. And of course, in my head, I'm thinking that it, I'm I'm comparing my perception of popular culture today, like specifically with social media and the YouTube, to the hippie movement, which was much more about going to Woodstock, going to a commune. And in general, I think the problem with this type of analysis is to act like you can be outside of a cult. Because, well, here, I'll just read what my comment is here below. I do like this analysis, Jay and fellow audience. All of us who watch videos on YouTube are in a cult. That cult is the cult of personality. To me, the idea that there is a legitimate choice between one thing and another is bogus. Whatever our point of view is, we tend to value it over others, yes? I see this as understandable and unavoidable, as we are divisions of the whole. Jay, when I hear you laugh, it sounds to me like you are smug, like you think you're better. I sincerely do not mean that as an attack on your character, but simply an observation shared for sake of our education. I don't feel very confident about myself, but I do my best. I do like the way that you describe Orthodox Christianity, with its blend between a fellowship and the possibility for direct connection to Christ from within our experience. because I feel myself to be even more of an outsider to orthodoxy than yourself, I certainly wish to counter my unique point of view with the discipline and tolerance needed to interact with others like yourself, whom I do respect to a certain degree. Jan Irvin operates a logic cult. Jay offered to give a free book to an example of a cult leader who uses logic. I certainly agree with his point that that does seem rare, but in not even kidding, Jan seems to represent that to me. And just as an aside, I have inadvertently gotten into arguments with Yan, and I certainly accept my part in the cause of that being I don't want to be in a vicious argument with somebody, but when I feel that they're not appreciating my point of view, I'm likely to get upset, I suppose. Jan Irvin operates a logic cult. Only he can understand the trivium. The rest of us need to watch his videos to understand more, but this will never enable us to be Yan's equal according to him. He can also win any debate by claiming you are too emotional, yet he feels the need to contact people like myself occasionally via private message to see if I have caved in or seen the glory of his supreme gnosis. Jesus of the Bible seems like an impossible paradox to me as well. He is perfect, yet we are instructed to emulate him, which seems like the typical kind of BS life is full of. Or even worse, if you go with the more standard idea that you can't be like Jesus, we are to invoke our faith in him as if it were a get out of hell free card in Monopoly. And then I was thinking, hey, Monopoly, Jesus slash God, he's big on the Monopoly game. Evangelism is a simple thing to ridicule with its passion plays, but much more sinister is the dope that is overtrust of balance and order. Atheism is the easiest way to show that disbelief is a belief also, unless you were talking to a material rationalist technological progressive. That's a big problem with the left, is they just assume, well, we're against racism, so anybody that doesn't agree with us is the devil. Kill him. I doubt God is a book publisher. I'm sure the brotherhood of man we flirt with in each commentary such as this is the devil. In the beginning was the Word, not the text. And I would just end by saying I appreciate Dante, who goes by No Race on YouTube, and he has done a lot to explain what communitarianism is. That it's a way to define the belief system of the Masons, or at least that which they promote to the public. And I say Masons just to kind of represent secret societies in a nutshell, which I assume to be kind of tools of this constant elite that is the most adept at conspiring. We, as I speak to you in the audience as a fellow truth seeker, as a presumption, everybody conspires, works, breathes together towards a goal. That yeah, communitarianism. The point is from me, I really am in considering that the Masons control Christianity as much as anything. The King James Bible, certainly from 1611, has a Masonic handshake in it on the title cover. And then it has the Bible has Psalm 119, which has this word code, which is like gematria within it. Each letter of each paragraph corresponds to the Hebrew letter above it within the alphabet. So I guess that's why I felt the need to make this commentary to show the similarities and differences between what I perceive to be Jay's view, and my own. I again like and would like to explore Orthodox Christianity with how it is tempting to be a good blend between the group and the individual. And like I said, consider myself more the individual that is, kind of talking to all these different people, like in these commentaries, versus being in any more of a group than the people that also would be interested to participate in this dialogue. And I perceive that to be kind of what Gnosis was, are the people that are seeking the truth and working together on that, as having like a high degree of tolerance of each other as manifestations of the intelligence of nature itself, whether we agree with each other or not. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and comment.